Alright guys, in this video today, we're going to be talking about VETHEO and where he is set to be playing in the 2025 season. Obviously, this is a guy who is not coming off necessarily the best split or best year individually of his career, or team-wise, obviously. Our Cheap Esports ratings did have him ranked as the number 8 mid laner in the LEC during the summer split of 2024. Definitely not, where VETHEO would want to be, or obviously where Team Vitality wanted to be as a team individually as well. But at his best is a guy who is literally an LEC MVP, and I think he did show some signs and some flashes of greatness at some points this year in the LEC Spring. We actually had him ranked as the number 3 mid laner in the league, so I don't know. I think this guy could be somebody worth taking a flyer on, somebody worth taking a chance on, and I do hope in 2025 he plays with a chip on his shoulder and is able to bounce back. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Before we get into that real quick, just wanted to mention a new very, very exciting thing we have to talk about: a Holy by Sheep Esports giveaway. We're offering 1 year of Holy drink for free to anyone who orders with codes SE5 or SE10. To participate, all you have to do is place an order with one of the codes before December 6th of 2024. So again, SE5 is going to get you €5 off your first order, and SE10 is going to get you 10% off your entire basket. So definitely check out the first link in the description below. Try out Holy. Use our discount code to help support us and our content, but also you could win 1 year of Holy. So that's pretty cool, awesome, and exciting that we are doing that. With that being said, let's get right into the news today. Mid laner VETHEO is set to join Vitality B in the LFL. So obviously VETHEO, a guy who came up through the ERLs, a guy who came up through the LFL. Like I said, he's done a lot in the LEC. Obviously, he's still trying to make it to Worlds, still trying to win a championship, but he's been an MVP already. He's shown some signs and flashes of individual greatness. He's won he's won a lot of games. Maybe not as of late, but he's had some stints of winning a lot in the LEC. But like I said, not necessarily in the best form of his career just so far. So now he's heading back to the LFL to hopefully be able to find and regain something. I know there were some people who maybe wanted to see him in the LEC this year, some people who wanted to see him in different spots, but this is what we have for it. VETHEO is making his return to the LFL after 4 years in the LEC. After competing for 4 years in the LEC without achieving the expected success, VETHEO has reached a verbal agreement with Vitality B, according to sources close to Sheep Esports. Obviously, he was with Team Vitality, so it's just him moving down to their academy team. And also sometimes it can be good to stay in an LFL team or an ERL team that is an academy team of an LEC team, because then you have an easier way to move up and down. But obviously VETHEO is a very, very well-known player, and if he goes into the ERLs and performs very well, he's not, I don't think, going to have too many issues moving back up to the LEC or LCS or whatever. The mid laner marks return to the LFL, where he previously played with LDLC OL in 2020 and is determined to prove himself once again in the ERL's top-level competition. Aiming to earn his way back in the LEC, the player also had interest from Team Go and Gentlemates, but wasn't their priority. So again, not really hearing any LEC teams throwing around VETHEO's name, just some other ERL possibilities. VETHEO had not joined Vitality B. They would have chosen Oman. Instead, they had also considered Kamilu, but obviously Kamilu is now headed to the LEC, so not going to have to see him in the ERLs. Kind of skipping over that ERL landmark for Kamilu, which is really crazy. VETHEO is a perfect example of pure talent from France's League of Legends esports scene. Starting in 2019, the French Open Tour, the country's Tier 3 circuit, he quickly caught the attention of Lunette, I don't know how you say that, and joined LDLC in the LFL the following year alongside the legendary Yellow Star, who had come out of retirement. Mega throwback, crazy name there. VETHEO had an impressive first year in the ERL. They won the 2020 Lyon Esports tournament, placed second in the LFL Spring Split, and clinched the EMEA Masters title, European Masters. Summer was slightly less successful. They finished 4th in the LFL, but still reached semifinals in the EMEA Masters. It was already clear at the time that VETHEO was destined for the LEC, and obviously he was. Like I said, he made it all the way to the LEC. He won an LEC MVP. I believe it was 2022 spring, something like that. I don't know. Misfits had this crazy year. VETHEO's popping off. He won a ton of player of the games, and he won MVP. He reached LEC in 2021 with Misfits, where he spent 2 years until the organization sold its slot and exited League of Legends, often playing alongside rookies or inexperienced teammates. VETHEO couldn't quite reach the LEC podium, repeatedly losing in playoff best of fives to teams like Fnatic and G2. Obviously, that's kind of the two demons of the LEC that everyone's trying to overcome. The 2023 and 2024 seasons proved to be even more challenging. He joined Excel, finishing last in both winter and spring. Leaving the team, he found a brief resurgence with Team Heretics in the summer, finishing 4th only to lose a decisive best of 5 once again to Fnatic, cutting his Worlds journey short. This year, VETHEO joined Vitality's LEC roster, but the performances were inconsistent and fell short of expectations. Despite a strong spring, where they finished 4th, they struggled in summer among the 2 teams that didn't make it past the best-of-1 phase. The Vitality B roster is now complete with the addition of VETHEO in the mid lane. His experience and return to the French League after 4 years in the LEC will undoubtedly elevate the team's overall level, as he brings the ability to dominate the mid lane, something fans witnessed during his first LFL stint in 2020. VETHEO joins a well-rounded roster, including a bot lane with serious potential, Jopa, who is re-signing with the team, and Fleshy, who's coming off a strong year with KCB. Sheep Esports also recently announced a verbal agreement with VETHEO and Lurox, I don't know how you say that either, but that is what the roster is looking like for this upcoming season. So exciting stuff. I do expect VETHEO to kind of go into the ERLs, to go into the LFL, and be a beast. So I think obviously this is a cool pickup, and not even really a pickup, hanging on to by Vitality. And I don't know, we're going to find out. If VETHEO goes into ERLs and struggle, we could never see him in the LEC again, and I don't know, this could be kind of the downward descent of his career. But if he goes into ERLs and pops off, I don't think he will have a tough time making his way back into the LEC. I'm rooting for this guy. He, at his best, when VETHEO was, one of those best players in the LEC, he was so fun to watch. I really loved watching him. He was one of my favorite players. So it's been a little bit disappointing to see some of his struggles and some of the mishaps that have been going on lately, but I do hope that Mr. VETHEO will be able to rebound. I hope we'll see him in the LEC, like I said, or the LCS or whatever, sooner rather than later. But either way, cool to see that he has a slot. And I know a lot of people are wondering about him. He's a popular player. He's headed to Vitality B next season. Yeah, pretty much everybody's video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.